know I say it every time, but seriously, you do not know how big Hongman Choi is until you stand next to him. It is frightening. His feet are so big that even Bigfoot calls him Bigfoot. As Hongman Choi is about to just plod past our commentary position. 7'2", 319 pounds of hulking humanity. That is the former Korean Syrian wrestling champion. Syrian, of course, Korea's version of sumo. Former K1 Asia champion. He pounded out Jose Canseco at Dream 9 very easily. He said quite publicly that this fight here tonight will not last more than 1 minute. He'll pounce on Minowa. He'll tag him with a couple of punches, and Minowa will be out. He hurdles the top rope, does Hongman Choi. My word, what a massive human being.
Aka corner yori Minowa senshi入場.
Oh, enjoy this one. One of the best entrances of all mixed martial arts. And I know that all the members of the Minowa Man Leg Lock Express to Splash Heaven thread on Sherdog will be absolutely salivating for this one. Can you feel it, Guy? Can you feel Minowa Man awesomeness about to come into the arena?
I'll tell you something, this guy, I love this guy. He is a consummate entertainer, but you know what? He's the real deal, too. So, you know, he fights anybody. He's a true fighter.
Yes! Here tonight, as I'm feeling the Minowa Man love. Not since the days of Nikolai Volkov have we seen junk in red Speedos so beautifully presented as what Minowa Man offers us here in Dream. You've got to love him. You've got to be a fan of Minowa Man. He takes on behemoth after behemoth, Zulazino and Butterbean. He's taken on the big man, he's beaten the big man, and he's going to try and beat the biggest professional combat athlete on the planet here tonight. Minowa Man in the ring once again. He rocks the mullet, he rocks the Speedos, and he rocks our world.
ただいまより第4試合を行います。青コーナー218センチ、148キロ。
Hongman Choi, 319 pounds.
赤コーナー175センチ、87キロ。
Minowa Man, only 192 pounds, giving up a huge weight and reach to Hongman Choi. Bigger load of gravity eyelids, Anthony Lane and all the other Kinnikuman top team members who are the biggest Minowa fans on the planet. They are many, many in numbered right across the world, the Kinnikuman top team. Have a look at the size here of Hongman Choi. If it goes to ground, Minowa's going to need to take 2 buses and a train just to get to side control. First round 10 minutes, second round 5 minutes. No one thinks it's going to go that long. The bookmakers have, of course, Choi's the favourite, minus 170. Minowa at plus 140. Michael Chavello, Guy Mezger with you. Here we go, a Super Hulk tournament. And Minowa's got to run. Well, that's what he's... move. Oh, rolling somersault commando style.
You know, he's got to move. If he gets, if he gets pushed into the corner and he'll get kneed, he's in a lot of trouble.
He's been doing some sumo training with Hakuho, the Yokozuna from Mongolia, who is actually here ringside. You may see a shot of him soon. Hakuho, Minowa Man who's known for doing some crazy training antics in frozen waterfalls and having baseballs fired at him. Also loves a flying drop kick. Might see him try and pull one of those off against Hongman Choi here. This is just what he did against Sulazino, I remember at Dynamite a couple of years ago. He's got to try and come in, and he does a rolling heel kick. It's tagged with a right hand from Choi, and Choi says, "Get up, little man."
He's going to have a very, very tough time taking him down. You know, even Vitor had a tough time taking him down, and that's a big, strong, you know, Russian, you know, grappling expert. This is going to be it's interesting. I don't know what Minowa Man's, you know, what his game strategy is, but it's, he's got to do something.
For me, Guy, the strategy of Minowa has to be hit and move. Just try and leg kick, try and throw the overhand rights, get out of there, and just accumulate the points on the judges' scorecards. And Choi, just so imposing. Minowa Man shoots for a single. Amazing here, and Choi on top of him. Minowa Man feet on hips, and Choi drags him like a wheelbarrow.
Oh my gosh.
Try and get him. Minowa Man almost locked up the leg. He wanted to go for a trademark heel hook or a knee bar.
But did you see Choi's?
Wow.
Hey, did you see that sweep that he did? It was awesome. I mean, hey, somebody has been working on his ground game, and I bet you. There you go, trying.
Hongman Choi ground and pound. Tell you what, Minowa Man has balls the size of that guy, the size of Sakuraba sitting here ringside. You've got to have a massive set of nards to take on Hongman Choi when you weigh only 192 pounds versus 319, when you stand only 5'10" versus 7'2", and when you're trying to do crazy acrobatic high-risk maneuvers like we're already seeing from the punk Minowa Man here in Center Ring.
Well, actually, that's the way he's going to do. You know, he's going to get the takedown. He's going to do something that, you know, Choi's just not expecting and get him down, just like he did. Frustrate Choi is what he needs to do. You know, he doesn't want to get in too close range. You know, don't want to hit and move because he can get countered. He needs to hit and takedown.
And Choi goes, "What the hell was that? You don't want to be busting out dance moves with me, little man. I'm the Techno Goliath. I'll bust out the robot on your ass." Looking for the overhand right there. Minowa thought twice about it. Needs a lot more speed to come in on Hongman Choi. And it was indeed just our translator Patrick Washburn confirming that Minowa was making fun of Choi's trademark Techno Goliath dance. There's the overhand right to that massive jawline. Hongman Choi on top, trying to work a hammer fist, and how about that? Hongman Choi bringing it back to his feet. Minowa wanting it on the ground. Minowa trying to put him in the guard here. Choi inside the half guard at the moment. Feet on hips from Minowa. Choi against the ropes. Referee says, let's get back to center ring. Hongman Choi wants to try and pass here. No, he'll keep it on the feet. Minowa wants him on the ground amazingly. I would not want Hongman Choi on top of me.
Actually, that's the only way he can get something. It's the only way he's going to win this fight is by getting some kind of submission. You know,
but on your back with Choi on top of you. Have you seen Choi's girlfriend and how small she is? I don't know how she does it, Guy, night after night. Oh, overhand right! Nicely done, and Choi counting his teeth. Minowa goes for a single leg. Minowa on top! And Choi just scrambling with him. Minowa Man inside control! What can he do? Can he drill some knees to the massive midsection? It didn't take him a bus and a couple of trains to get the side control after all. Good work from Minowa Man.
That's no easy task. That was no easy task. Now listen to the audience too. They're really cheering him on.
I have never seen someone have side control on a Hongman Choi. Not even Fedor by memory at Yaranoka had side control on Hongman Choi. Knees now, and again to the left side of the carcass of Choi. Minowa Man doing well, almost halfway through the round, cracks another knee to that carcass. There's Hakuho ringside. I wonder if he's ever smiled in his life, the Yokozuna from Mongolia. Minowa Man rattles off a couple of shots under the right armpit of Hongman Choi. It's one way to negate the massive height differential. Get Choi on a horizontal base as he is at the moment. Drill those knees in once more. And you know, with Choi, who suffers gigantism, you know that all the organs in his body are also overly sized. So if he can get shots to the liver, if he gets shots to the kidney, shots to the pancreas, shots to the heart, they're going to take their toll on Hongman Choi.
Well, you know what Minowa Man needs to do, instead of hooking the head there, he needs to put his hand on the other side and try to go knee to the head. He's not, you know, because in the Dream rules, you're allowed to knee somebody in the head on the ground.
And that's a pretty easy head to hit. It's not hard to miss the massive head of Hongman Choi.
Yeah, he's 7'2", and I think 2 feet of that is head.
Just working the knees nicely from side control here. Choi, you can see controlling him. It's like a baby's arm wrapped around a little tiny marble, just controlling the head of Minowa man. Minowa's corner saying, take your shots and then rest. And that's what Minowa man is doing, drilling the knees into the left rib cage of the behemoth.
You know, that's their advice. I tell you, he needs to go for a submission finish here, because every time that there's a stand-up, every time...
What's he going to go for from side control, though? There's no way he's going to armbar Hongman Choi. Minowa doesn't have the strength. Fedor had it on his second attempt, but Minowa's not going to armbar one of the strongest guys on the planet.
Well, actually, I think he can. He can wear him down. You know, leverage is leverage. And if you get like a key lock, you know, he might be able to pull it off. He needs to do something, though, because every time that Choi gets to stand up, that's one more chance he's going to get to knock him out. And that's what you have to worry about here.
Look at the difference in the head size there. Have a look at the size of Minowa's head compared to that of Hongman Choi. And the referee is going to restand there. Minowa doing a great job on the ground, guy. Yellow card for Choi for inactivity, says the referee.
See, this is always where it's going to be dangerous for Minowa, man. When he's on the ground there, he should have been moving around, trying to change positions a little bit. Again, you know, Choi was holding him down. It's easy for, you know, me to say that. I'm not the one having to pass.
Ooh, Choi in the top position. This is how he pounded out Kinseiko. Last time out of Dream 9. Big left hand, tries for a hammer fist off the right. Choi with the feet on hips. Was Minowa pushing him back. Smile, be happy. Minowa's doing very well at the moment. And Choi just lumbers forward again. And Minowa sets the right hand. Will he shoot on that left leg again? Overhand right it was. Almost Keith Hackney style on Emmanuel Yarbrough. High knee from Choi. Minowa latches onto a single leg. North-south here. What can Choi do? Well, we've never seen Choi with a submission yet in his short mixed martial arts career. Drills the uppercut to those massive fists the size of car batteries.
I'm curious if they have to have a special made glove.
No, they do.
Yeah,
I know that for a fact, they do. His feet are size 23. They are incredible. He could go bobsledding at the snow on those feet. Minowa circling. 1 minute 40 remaining. Choi said it would have been over in 1 minute. He has found the going a whole lot harder. Minowa man has always been a freak.
The Minowa man is kind of telegraphing some of these moves, and Choi can see it. Oh,
left-hand counter from Minowa man. Gets on the outside of the double right hands of Choi. Choi the step-up knee. Minowa man a single leg. And Choi just lands on top of him. Drills the left hand to the cranium. Going for the headache maker. Minowa's got to get back to his feet, and he does. Oh, he eats a left hand, but Minowa fires back. The corner of Minowa saying, don't rush, son. Choose your shots wisely. Tries to do another commando roll almost there, Minowa. And Choi on top with 60 seconds remaining. Not where Minowa wants to be. Ooh, a Hongman Choi raining down hammer fist strikes.
I mean, overall, Minowa is doing a very good job of defending, actually. You know, he's really, you know, he's not really taking that many hard shots. And I say that not getting hit by a 320-pound man. Any shot's going to hurt. But he's doing a pretty good job. But it is where you can look at his face, it's starting to wear on him a bit.
And the size of the fists of Hongman Choi like Thanksgiving turkeys. And Minowa is meant to be the stuffing. Overhand right from Minowa.
Yeah, Minowa's leaning over to his right, and he's leaning right into that knee. Choi is picking up on that. He needs to change that up a little bit.
Overhand right, left hand from Minowa. Got to be careful of the meet and greet. The big bok Choi, the lead knee of Hongman Choi. Choi sprawls.
I'm sorry, I was going to tell you, the Minowa man is starting to look very fatigued. And because he's carrying a man that's, you know, over 130 pounds heavier than he is.
Okay, Guy. First of all, if you're in the corner of Minowa, what are you saying to the punk?
What can you see? I mean, that's tough. He's got to get the takedown. He's got to get that takedown. If he stays standing up like this, he's going to lose this fight.
And if you're in the corner of Hongman Choi, what are you telling the gargantuan?
Stay on your feet and use that knee. because Minowa man's leaning in. There's a nice overhand right, but he follows up that knee. He's very dangerous with those knees, and he's starting to get a measure of Minowa man, and he's throwing those knees a little bit more rapidly, and he needs to Minowa man to keep it up. Now that's what he needs to do. That was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful takedown right there.
The Yokohama Arena actually brings back some very bad memories of overhand rights to Hongman Choi. This was the arena of his only ever knockout. I was there ringside for it in March 2007 when Mighty Mo caught him with an overhand right heard around the world that knocked out Hongman Choi in a K1 contest. The first and only time Choi has ever been KO'd.
Well, right here in the corner of Minowa man, he is tired. He's, you know, and he's got a 330-pound weight disadvantage. He's gonna be exhausted.
Hakuho, the Yokozuna from Mongolia, who has been training with Minowa man here ringside, showing no expression whatsoever. He's thinking, Minowa, if you don't beat him, I'm going to eat you. We are ready for the second round, only 5 minutes. It's gone a lot longer than we all expected. In Hongman Choi's mixed martial arts fights so far, he's only gone the distance with Trocop last New Year's Eve in a real snooze fest. Fedor subbed him, and he pounded out Bobby Olagon and, of course, Jose Canseco in his other 2 MMA contests. Minowa looks like he's got the right hand ready to throw, loop it over the top and look for that massive jawline. Choi walking him down, wants to throw the high knee, of course, on the inside. Love the back of Choi's shorts. It says 7 foot strong. Choi waiting for the opportunity. Again, the corner in front of us of Minowa saying, take your time. He launches the overhand right, going for the headache maker, the cranium cracker. Shoots in, single leg sprawl from Hongman Choi. Now the left hand from Hongman Choi, drilling it into the top of the head.
You know, Choi's doing a good job, though. He's stopping that takedown. He's controlling him with his body, and he's landing some shots. Oh, my goodness. Good. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nicely done from Minowa. He's locked onto that left leg. Minowa man's going to try and sub him.
Oh, he can't get it where he's at. He's too far up.
The size of those feet.
What he has to do is sink back, but he doesn't want to set back on it because obviously setting back will allow Choi to come up on it.
Minowa man wants to lock on.
Oh, he's going for it.
Can he sub Choi? This would be extraordinary.
He's going for the heel hook. Oh my gosh.
He's done it. 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 Unbelievable. 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 Minowa man has tapped out Hongman Choi. This place is alive. Yokohama Arena's gone bananas. I never thought I'd see a guy.
I'll tell you what, everyone kept saying that's the way he was going to win, but how is he going to be able to do it? And he does it. This guy, I love this guy. I can't believe it. This is a huge win. I can't, oh, this is unbelievable.
Guys, I just want to rip off my trousers and expose my red underpants for everyone to see. Minowa man strength, Minowa man awesomeness is running wild here in Yokohama.
Do me a favor, though. Don't strip down for me, all right?
Have a look at it again. Guy, talk us through it. This was just phenomenal.
Well, he's a duck under position there, and he got hold of the leg. And kind of threw him down. It was kind of weird. Now he sets through. He's going for the Achilles lock here on the top position. But he sits back when he got pushed off, and he grabs that heel hook, and he's got a good, secure heel hook. Boom. And what helped out a little bit is that Choi has those ankle bandages. Makes it easier for him to get it.
That was just brilliant. Minowa man soaking up the goodwill that's being showered upon him. And let's sit back and enjoy it. of Hulk Hogan is Minowa Man. And this crowd is just eating it up. Minowa Man soaking up the goodwill that's being showered upon him from, I'd say we've got about 16,000 here at the Yokohama Arena. Guy, this is just an amazing, amazing night. Amazing scenes here ringside.
There hasn't been a single fight that has been the least bit disappointing on this card. This, I mean, hey, listen, we promise every time to bring the very best. Sometimes, you know, the fights don't cooperate with it, but these fights have been phenomenal. And Minowa, man, I mean, this was an incredible victory, Shows a tremendous amount of perseverance on this man's part. Great game plan.
You've got to love him, Minowa Man. They will be going absolutely nuts on Sherdog at the moment. Gravity eyelids. If he hasn't died of a heart attack in excitement, will be absolutely adoring this scene. Minowa Man, the people's champion. What a warrior, what heart, what spirit. He has taken out the biggest professional combat athlete on the planet as we get set for Bob Sapp against Sokoudjou.
Heiwa Dream 11スーパーハルクトーナメント準決勝第2試合を行います。
And now for the fifth match.
青コーナーよりボブ・サップ選手の優勝です。
Two lives, the Beast Bob Sapp returns to the Super Hulk after he was beaten by Minowa Man in the opening round. He gets a call back due to Gegard Musashi being ruled out due to injury, having injured his shoulder in a demonstration bout against Fedor Emelianenko at M1 Breakthrough on August 28. The Beast Bob Sapp keeping a busy schedule. He's got a kickbox tomorrow night in Hong Kong and then wrestle in Texas next weekend. How is he going to go? He's going to have to make short work of Sokoudjou here tonight.
赤コーナーよりソクジュ選手の優勝です。
at him. He looks like Predator. Sokoudjou makes his way to the ring, born in Homla, Cameroon, of course now training out of Team Quest, judo stylist who won the 2001 US Judo Open Championship. Comes in off a handling of Jan the Giant Nautier at Dream 9, followed by an episode of in-ring schizophrenia, in which Sokoudjou just lost the plot and kept hitting Nautier. Even after the referee tried to prime off the big South African, he apologised afterwards. He said he didn't know what happened, and he actually apologised profusely. Bob Sapp looking very relaxed in centre ring. Before the win over Nautier, Sokoudjou had been on a 2-fight losing streak with a loss to Babalu at Affliction in January. And before that, a loss to Lewis Arthur Kane at UFC 89 last October. Former Pride fighter went 2-0 in Pride, wins over Little Nog and Ricardo Arona, both by KO. Ventured to the UFC, went 1-2 in 3 fights. His sole UFC win coming against Kazuhiro Nakamura at UFC 84. Made his MMA debut in 06, went 2-0 before incurring his first loss at WEC 24 against Glover Teixeira. Sokoudjou expected to make pretty short work of the beast and expected now to meet Minowa Man at Dynamite on New Year's Eve.
これより第5試合を行います。青コーナー200センチ 147.6 キロ
Bob Sapp with Antonio McKee in his corner, who we saw just a few days ago up in Edmonton on NFC.
182センチ 93 キロ Sokoudjou!
And Sokoudjou with Team Quest in his corner. Sokoudjou spending last night. I actually had breakfast with him this morning, and you know how he spent last night? In his hotel room completing an online examination for a course he's studying and reading a book called Dialogues, An Argument in Rhetoric and Reader by Goshgarian, Kruger and Mitch, a big thick textbook of around 700 pages. That's how he prepared last night for the beast Bob Sapp. 2 rounds of action. First round 10 minutes, second round 5 minutes. The bookmakers have Bob Sapp at plus 475, Sokoudjou at minus 625. Michael Chavello, Guy Mesger with you ringside from Dream 11 at the Yokohama Arena in Japan. Bob Sapp trying to manhandle it, charges out of the corner like a rabid animal. Will Sapp try and powerbomb him? Sokoudjou wants to take him down, cracks a left hook. Sapp wild right hand, throwing everything behind it. Will look for a guillotine here, and Sokoudjou indeed gets him down, goes to side control. Nicely done from Sokoudjou.
Well, Sokoudjou is very, very dangerous to these big guys here because they can't move quite as quickly. He'll get his knee on the stomach there. Yeah, he's going to start raining blows.
Here they come, right hand from Sokoudjou. He may very well pound out Bob Sapp here. Oh, nice right hand, and Sapp trying to pull him down and control the posturing. But Sokoudjou just teeing off at him like a golf course. Bob Sapp throws the arms up again, takes 2 shots on the top of that beautiful bald head. And again trying to lock up the right hand of Sokoudjou. Sapp pulls him down now. Sokoudjou wants to drill a knee, only caught the deltoid region. Forearm across the side of the head from the Cameroonian. Hammer fist strike. Not where Sapp wants to be, and again Sokoudjou gets off the right hand. Back to his feet goes Sokoudjou.
Sokoudjou's doing a good job. Knee on the stomach position there, keeping him pinned down with his weight and be able to really launch hard punches from there.
Sokoudjou will do Sapp no favours. Here come those diesel pistons again. It's all over! And Sokoudjou again with a couple of those late shots like we saw against Jan Nautier. Bob Sapp pounded out, as we expected, Guy, very quickly. Sokoudjou, not a drop of sweat, not a scratch on him.
Yeah, I mean, Bob was a last-minute replacement. He's very popular here in Japan, but I don't think anybody thought that he was going to beat Sokoudjou. Sokoudjou did a good job, though. He looked, well prepared for Bob.
So it will be Minowa Man versus Sokoudjou New Year's Eve at Dynamite. And Sokoudjou did it easy here against Sapp. What an epic contest that's going to be on New Year's Eve, Sokoudjou versus Minowa. And folks, coming up next, Tatsuya the Crusher Kawajiri against Melchor Manibusan. Again, we see how this one ended. Sokoudjou pounding out Bob Sapp. It took very little time. It was always expected. Once Sokoudjou took him down, the Cameroonian was just going to pound out the beast. And it now sets up Sokoudjou and Minowa at New Year's Eve. Bob Sapp eliminated after 2 rolls of the dice. Bob Sapp. But then again, strangely, he will be kickboxing in Hong Kong tomorrow and wrestling in Texas next weekend. Something you'll probably go to, Kai?
Actually, you know what? He actually has an MMA fight in Texas.
Tatsuya vs エルカ・バラクーダ。
ただいまより本日の第6試合ライト級ワンマッチを行います。
And now for the 6th match.
青コーナーよりメルカ・バラクーダ選手の入場です。
We all flossed out, up in the VIP, white tee, platinum link on me. I got a little bit of cheese, all drinks on me, but mommy gotta do something, no drinks for free. What you think of me? What you think you see? When I spin big faces, thick bracelets, my watch and ring. When I pop
Melchor Barracuda, you know him as Melchor Manibusan, a record of 2 and 3, has only been through a decision once. You may have seen his fights against Arta Umurkanov or Tyson Griffin. He lost to both of them by TKO. A native of Guam, a wrestler who debuted in 2001 but did not fight again until 2006. This is actually his first fight since November 2006. He's been a sparring partner for BJ Penn on numerous occasions. Has trained with Kid Yamamoto at the Crazy Beat Gym for this fight. Said he plans on KOing Kawajiri standing, which I think is a very dangerous game plan against a man with the fists of Kawajiri. We'll see how Manibusan goes here.
赤コーナーより川尻達也選手の入場です。
A stupendously popular fighter here in Japan and all over the world, and one of the few men who can actually pull off a pink outfit. The Crusher Tatsuya Kawajiri. Extensive record 25, 5-2, 10 wins by knockout, 6 via submission. Has revenged 2 of his 5 losses. Has multitudes of Crusher maniacs wherever he fights. Former Shudo welterweight champion, defeated Shaolin for the title. Holds wins over Yves Edwards, Charles Crazy Horse Bennett, Chris Brennan, Joachim Hansen, Black Mamba, Takumi Nakayama. Losses to Takanori Gomi, Eddie Alvarez, Gil Melendez, Takumi Nakayama. A native of the Ibaraki Prefecture, about an hour from Tokyo. Representing the T-Blood team alongside the Endless Fighter, Mitsuhiro Ishida. Has been training with Hiroyuki Takaya for this contest tonight. And the Crusher is expected to make short work of Melchor Manibusan here tonight. Known as the Crusher for his excellent ground and pound, he's also said to be able to bench press 300 pounds. Coming off a loss to Jay-Z at Dream 9 he defeated Jay-Z at Dream 9 by unanimous decision, did Kawajiri. And then, of course, was absolutely flogged under K1 Max rules at the Budokan by maybe pound for pound the finest K1 Max fighter on the planet, the K1 Max champion, Masato. Kawajiri back where he belongs in the Dream Ring and ready to throw down.
これより第6試合を行います。青コーナー165センチ、69.2キロ。ミルカーバラクーナ
Melchor Manibusan weighing in at 152.24 pounds, 69.2 kilos.
69.9 キロ。
Kawajiri weighing in at 153.78 pounds or 69.9 kilos. We are ready for 2 rounds of action. First round will be 10 minutes. Marathon round. Second round will be 5 minutes. Great crowd as always on hand here at the Yokohama Arena in Japan for Dream 11. Final instructions from our center referee. The outright favorite for this one is Kawajiri. And it's expected that he'll try and stand and trade and knock out Melchor Manibusan. As I said earlier, interestingly, Manibusan saying he wants to stand and trade with Kawajiri. Michael Chavallo, Guy Mesga with you. Manibusan in southpaw stance, opens up with a heavy artillery, catches Kawajiri with a couple of right hands. Manibusan opens up like a house on fire.
Well, this is what he needs to do to beat this guy. I think Kawajiri is probably taking him a little bit lightly. I mean, if you look at his record, I mean, it's crazy. A 2-3 fighter against a 25-5 fighter. You know, he's got to do something to get Kawajiri's respect, and I think he's got it right now.
Well, that's one way to gain respect. Simply launch your fist into your opponent's mouth. Kawajiri, top position here. Stuck inside the half guard at the moment. Controlling the left arm nicely there is Manibusan. From his back, somewhere a wrestler typically does not want to be is on their back. Just locking down Kawajiri's right leg and not allowing him to try and pass here. Manibusan. Good sure popping right hand to the side of the head from Manibusan. Just damaging those already cauliflowered ears of Kawajiri. Looks more like a dried apricot, that one. Pulling the head down to his chest and controlling any sort of posturing that Kawajiri might do to work some more effective ground and pound. Left hand from Kawajiri. 1 minute 20 down in the first round. You hear the referee calling for action. Kawajiri has had 6 wins via submission of his 25, 10 via KO. Prefers to knock out opponents, really does prefer to ground and pound, but will go for a sub if a limb is given to him.
What I do like about Barracuda, what he's doing right now, he's doing a good job of actually throwing from his back, keeping it looking, in the judge's eyes competitive. He's trying to work his way up too. He's doing a good job. He needs to get his hips farther away from him as he starts to get close. He's got to kind of get his hips away so he can get around him. Now he's in a good position. He can keep moving his hips out. He can try to get out.
Trying to pull that right leg out of the half guard. Go to side control. Here is Kawajiri.
Yeah.
Oh, he mounts him, and this is not good for Manibusan. Kawajiri just flattening himself out, drilling the right hand to the side of the head. Manibusan trying to pull Kawajiri's midsection to his chest to not allow these ground and pound strikes that are so devastating. Kawajiri, one of the most heavy-handed strikers in all of mixed martial arts. The man knows how to ground and pound.
I mean, that's what his reputation's for, and he's doing a good job of it right now. He's not rushing himself. He knows he's got over 7 minutes left in this fight, and so he's just going to work him until he gets this knockout.
Manibusan trying to pull the head down, control that posturing, short hammer fist strikes just peppering away to the jawline. Manibusan got to be careful not to give his back. Kawajiri will take that back. He may look for, there's Carluno ringside, one of the legends, one of my favourites. Kawajiri may look for an armbar if he can off the right arm, though the ropes will be a hindrance at the moment. Now he postures up, drilling the right hand. Manibusan taking more shots than Peter Weller in the opening scene of RoboCop. The corner of Kawajiri saying harder, harder, hit him harder. Nice high mounts here. Manibusan in all sorts of bother. Kawajiri going to look for an armbar perhaps. Right hand looping around the back of the glove. Manibusan going nowhere. He is pinned. He is locked down. He's forced to cover up. Referee needs to see him do something. He may very well end this one soon. Kawajiri all over him. It's over, surely. Surely, yes. See you later, Melchor Manibusan. He came out charging for the first 15 seconds. But once it went down, and we went to Kawajiri town, it was always going to be all over, guy.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really expect a horribly competitive match in this one anyways, but, Kawajiri, took care of business in a very professional, business-like way. I think he's looking at bigger and better things. He's looking at the lightweight title. He's looking at his opportunity to challenge for that. That's what this is all about. This is his opportunity now to grandstand and challenge the champion.
We will see who he challenges. The winner will be declared later tonight. Joachim Hansen defending the title against Shinya Aoki, the Crusher. Doing it easily here against Melchor Manibusan, the Barracuda making his dream debut. His first mixed martial arts fight since 2006, and it didn't last long. Let's take a look at it again here. He opened up like a house of fire to Manibusan. Couple of nice right hands to the jawline. Good short left hook from Melchor. And Kawajiri just dominant in half guard, knee on chest, mounted him here, flattened himself out, and ground and pound to the finish as only the Crusher can do. Great stuff from Kawajiri. It's always a pleasure to see a man in pink trunks just rain down the punches like that. So Kawajiri just enjoying the adulation these fans are showing for one of the legends of Japanese mixed martial arts. Patrick Washburn about to join us and translate this speech here. Patrick.
こんなもんじゃないから。
This is what I'm
12
about.
月31日大晦日、ライト級タイトルマッチ決まりですよね。笹原さん。
I should get the title match at Dynamite for this fight.
もう相手は関係ない。
Doesn't matter who I fight.
ハンセンでも。
Handsome doesn't matter.
大晦日、俺の格闘技人生、俺の生き様をぜひ見に来てください。
On New Year's Eve, you're gonna see what kind of fighter I really am.
叶えます。2009年大晦日、皆さんよろしくお願いします。
Hope to see you there.
Well, he has thrown out the challenge for Dynamite on New Year's Eve. Has Tatsuya the Crusher Kawajiri. He wants to take on the champ, whoever that may be, by the end of the tonight. Will it be Joachim Hansen or will it be Shinya Aoki? Sasahara there ringside just nodding and probably saying to himself, yes, I will give that to the fans, along with the many other fights that are being rumoured for Dynamite on New Year's Eve at Saitama Super Arena. Folks, we're going to take a short break here from the Yokohama Arena, and when we return, more action from Dream 11.
We'll be right back as HDNet Fights presents Heiwa Dream 11 Featherweight Grand Prix 2009 Final Round. Welcome back to HDNet Fights presents Heiwa Dream 11 Featherweight Grand Prix 2009 Final Round.
務機関ドリーム、これも父の仕事ですか。
久しぶりだな、カズシ。
父さんルビン・ウィリアムズ。赤コーナーより桜庭和志選手の入場です。
しつこいぞ、カズシ。
父さん
出撃。
どういうこと？
ドリーム11出撃。
もう1週間しかないじゃないですか。
出るのか出ないのか。
This is actually quite interesting. Patrick Washburn, tell us what Sakuraba is saying in this promotional video.
This is kind of a parody of the Evangelion animated show where the main character is always told, don't run away, and Sakuraba, is, of course, doesn't want to be known for running away, so he's saying, I didn't run away. So they're saying, come back home. This is his father. Said, are you going to do it or not? If you're not going to do it, come back home.
Sakuraba in the house again. He's got the Evangelion mask on. Sakuraba, not only one of the greatest names in Japanese mixed martial arts, but one of the greatest names in the world in the history of mixed martial arts. The legendary Gracie Hunter. He's had wins over Hoist Gracie, High-End Gracie, Hoyler Gracie, and Henzo Gracie. Over Ken Shamrock, over Rampage Jackson, over Vitor Belfort. And even going back to January 30, 2000 over you, Sexy Beast Guy Mesgo. What was it like to fight Sakuraba?
Actually, my fight with him was a draw.
A draw?
Yeah.
Okay, I stand corrected.
He's a great fighter, though. I'll tell you something. I always wanted a rematch with him, but they never gave it to me. but he's always a good fighter. And
What
you know
were his
what?
strong points, guy?
Well, he's very clever in his movement. He's a very cerebral fighter. He has tremendous wrestling skills, and he got these crazy submissions. He can get at all angles, and he's very, very good at it, especially the Kimura. He can Kimura you from standing on top of his head.
Of course, that beautiful spin around Kimura he put on Renzo Gracie in Pride. I remember that one of the finest victories of his career. Rubin Williams, the boxer, versus Kazushi Sakuraba, the demigod. Sakuraba weighed in 183.7 pounds. Williams at 181.5. First round 10 minutes, second round 5 minutes. This one should be special. Michael Chavello and Guy Mesga with your ringside. Sakuraba in southpaw stance as always. Those legs are bandaged like an Egyptian mummy. Inside thigh kick from Sakuraba. Williams wants to get in the pocket, bang away to the body, try and rip to the head of Sakuraba. Got a very high KO ratio. Has Mr. Hollywood.
Ooh, I'll tell you, some of those leg kicks are already starting to hurt.
Clever game plan so far from Sakuraba. Has very underrated striking, Sakuraba, especially his leg kicks. We've seen them come to the fore on many occasions throughout his mixed martial arts career.
Yeah, because he's so dangerous on the ground, people really don't expect. I remember it's him hitting Vitor Belfort with a spinning back kick. It was awesome. And you know, Vitor is a tough guy. I guarantee he wasn't expecting that technique from him.
Williams, who is known as Mr. Hollywood because he makes his opponents see stars.
But again, you were talking about the strong points of Sakuraba, but that is one of his strong points, his unpredictability, his, he'll try crazy things that you don't think, he would do, and then all of a sudden he does. Like, he's starting a kicking war here. Everyone thought immediately, we're going against a boxer, immediately he's going to be having to go straight into the grappling, which I think that's what his kicking is leading to, but he's kept it on the feet a lot longer than most people would expect.
Trying to figure out what Sakuraba is going to do next is about as hard as finding a pubic hair at a Jonas Brothers concert. And at the moment, Rubin Williams not expecting the leg kicks to come into play. A lot of people thought Saku would take this one to the ground, as he is now doing. Shoots in for his trademark single leg. Rubin Williams is going for a submission attempt.
No, this is I'm holding on for dear life because I'm completely out of my element now.
Now, the corner actually shouted to Saku before he took down Williams, "You're in danger," and that's why Saku took Williams to the ground. Now in side control is Sakuraba. Good position here for the demigod.
Yeah, he's stepping over for the armbar right here. He's setting up the armbar, a couple of punches.
Williams in a little bit of trouble.
He's trying to post the head down and then probably step around an armbar.
Nice knee to the midsection. Hello.
We're not really sure who that was, but the entire crowd liked it.
Good eye candy for us, guy. Now the corner again, telling to Sakuraba, set it up, take your time, set up the armbar properly, don't rush into anything. And he's looking for it here. Starting to step across with the knee there. Williams in a whole lot of bother. If Saku cinches on the armbar, this one will be farewell. And just gives him a bit of a slap and a tickle.
He's just setting it up here.
It's coming. It's coming. He might go for a Kimura here off the right arm. Yes! 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 Good night! Sakuraba with the Kimura. Rubin Williams taps out. That's how you do it, Sakuraba style.
Well, I think Rubin Williams was thinking was, hey, he hadn't had a very successful boxing career in the last year or two, and that, he'd step in MMA. How tough can it be? He just found out. Quote, we had some guys show me some MMA stuff. That doesn't sound like he's been training very hard. I think he was completely out of his element. I think a lot of these guys cross over thinking that they're going to be able to jump into it. If they're not combat athletes to start with, they're not going to do it. Football players have been horribly unsuccessful. Boxers, for the most part, have been horribly unsuccessful. The ones that really do are the guys that have a wrestling background, a judo background, that kind of stuff.
So Sakuraba in the winner's circle, as we love seeing him there, and that means we are now set for Hansen and Aoki.
よりも違うだろう。僕の眩しかったことだった。
青木は組み技一辺倒のスタイルをしてリアリストに徹した。しかしそれは受け入れられなかった。
ネタ言って面白いでしょ。
不可解なマイクとともに
死ぬほど悔しかったし、ただもう負けたくないんです。悔しい思いとかをしたくなくて、そんなになんか芸能人格闘技みたいになりたかったらヒーローズやってるよと思いますよ。僕は世界を見てると思ってるし、UFC イコールすごいので慢性さんでもないし、俺の方が強いと常に思ってますけどね。
このリング世界の中心にするために彼らは戦う。チャンピオンヨアキム・ハンセン。武器地獄の弾頭台。母国ノルウェーでは許されぬ格闘道。彼は日本で歩んだ。真剣で切り合うかのようなその戦いは日本人の魂を震わせる。
だからとかだったらだからとかなっちゃうけど、とにかく今ある全てをぶつけるしかないですよ。そして絶対に勝ちたいです。とにかく勝ちたいんです。チャンピオンになりたいですよ。
日本がトップだこの野郎。ヨアキム・ハンセン VS 青木真也。
ただいまより本日の第8試合、平和ドリーム11ドリームライト級タイトルマッチを行います。
And now for the 8th match.
青コーナーより青木真也選手の入場です。
Survivor Shinya Aoki, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Judo stylist, makes his way to the ring for this championship bout. Comes in tonight having gone 4-2 in his last 5 off that strange kickboxing display he put on in beating Shaolin at Dream 10. Had a brutal first round TKO loss to Maha Sakurai in just 27 seconds at Dream 8. And before the loss to Sakurai, he'd been on a submission demolition, subbing 3 opponents in consecutive Dream 6 Dynamite and Dream 7. Master of the rubber guard, the elasticized legs of Aoki pulled off the submission of 2008, I thought, with a reverse go-go from the mount. He dubbed it the Aoki Plata. Joe Rogan actually told me last week that Eddie Bravo calls it a Loco Plata. It was his victory over Katsuhiko Nagata at Dream 4 that Aoki pulled that one off. Holds a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Yuki Nakai, a judo black belt as well. One of his most famous victories was indeed against Joachim Hansen in 2006 at Pride Shockwave, when he won via Gogo Plata, the first ever Gogo Plata used in Pride. One of my favourite Aoki moments back in the old days of Pride, Bushido 13, when he caught Clay French, I remember, in a flying triangle. Loves the rubber guard. He's the Gumby of mixed martial arts, is Aoki. Can just manipulate his legs amazingly, more so than probably any other fighter on the planet. Made his mixed martial arts debut in 2004 with an armbar against Seiji Ikamoto. Former policeman, of course. Likes wearing the longer style pants, gives him better traction for moves like the armbar, the triangle, the omoplata. A record of 21-4, one no contest. 12 in 21 submission wins for a 60% sub ratio. Enormously high number of submissions for Aoki. Through the ropes he steps, wrapped in his gi and his black belt as usual, and receiving a fantastic ovation.
Aga corner よりヨアキム・ハンセン選手の入場です。
Kim Hansen, the champ, is back at Dream. It's been a long time between drinks for him. He won the Dream lightweight title July 21 last year, hasn't fought since. Was scheduled to fight Jay-Z at Dynamite, but withdrew the day of the fight after sustaining an injury while training in his hotel room. He pounded out Shinya Aoki in the final to capture the lightweight crown. Became the first Scandinavian to win a world title in mixed martial arts when he won the Shudo title. Was also the first man to defeat Takanori Gomi. Took Gomi's Shudo welterweight title by decision. Has wins over Eves Edwards, JC, Carl Uno, Gomi. That very famous knockout you saw it in the highlights package over Masakazu Imanari. A jumping knee strike to the head. And he bounds over the top rope. Great to see Joachim Hansen, the champ, back and defending his title against the number one, Shinya Aoki.
認定宣言、ただいまから行われますヨアキム・ハンセン選手対青木真也選手の試合は10月5日、ルールディレクター立ち会いのもと、厳正なる計量の結果、両選手ともに規定体重を満たし、心身ともに万全であると認められました。よって本試合をドリームライト級タイトルマッチと認定します。2009年10月6日、ドリームイベントプロデューサー、須原圭一。
続いてヨアキム・ハンセン選手よりドリームライト級チャンピオンベルトの返還です。今ベルトが笹原イベントプロデューサーの手に返還されました。
それではただいまより第8試合ドリームライト級タイトルマッチを行います。青コーナー180センチ 69.8 キロ青木真也。
Shinya Aoki in his Technicolor Dream tights, weighing in at 69.8 kilos, 153.56 pounds.
赤コーナー175センチ 68.2 キロJoachim Hansen!
The champion from Norway, Joachim Hansen, weighing in at 68.2 kilos, 150.4 pounds. Fantastic crowd on hand here, championship match, the title on the line. Can Shinya Aoki become the first ever Dream Japanese champion? The bookmakers have Aoki at -190, the favourite. Hansen +150. Hansen hasn't fought since July 21, 2000.